What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Sarlacc Digest. I know I don't see him. I don't see him either.
He's got his invisibility cloak on.
This is our episode 182 being recorded on October 26th, 2022. I am your host, Darth Moocher. I've got Scott Solo here with me.
What's up, nerds?
And Grand Admiral Franz.
Look, I'm really upset. They told me it was the Halloween special and we were all supposed to dress up. And look at all three of these assholes. Nobody dressed up. That's messed up. I don't even want to play today.
Oh, man. But you will
I like
play.
the flag.
I know.
Thank
the
you.
flag is awesome.
Yeah. Still haven't got my Imperial officer outfit, but it's on the way one of these days. Damn it.
It
Very
still looks
nice.
good, dude. I don't
Very
want to see
nice.
your eyes through the whole thing. Just put that down over right there. Just your mouth the whole time.
You
Yeah.
don't want to see my pretty caramel eyes?
Exactly. And
go.
Ernie the Fallen Fett is joining us.
How you doing? How you doing?
Ernie, you just a podcasting machine, aren't you? Just,
Mm? Feels like I was just on.
yeah. So it's us four talking Star Wars tonight, along with the pit crew and all our wonderful Patreons that Scott will mention right now as soon as I put the banner up. And go,
Banner.
Scott.
There we go. Hey, special shout out to every single one of you Patreon patrons. We really appreciate you and everything that you do for us. And if you are so inclined to join Patreon, patreon.com/Sarlacc Digest Podcast, and donate a couple of bucks a month, we really appreciate it. And it goes back into the production of the show. I mean, look at that costume on Chris.
I can
Totally.
still see his eyes though.
I know.
There you go. There you go.
There it is. There it is. So I'll do this in my best Palpatine voice here.
There you go.
We'd like to thank Nicholas Schaefer, Ryan and the Star Joes, Cliff, Don and Brady of the Escape Pod podcast on the Red 5 Network. Got a little bit more on the Red 5 Network coming up in a
I
minute.
like that.
The Flavy Davy, formerly of the Nerds with Attitude podcast.
You need to do
Don
Grand Admiral
the
Franz full
Dad
screen.
Dorn. I know, right?
do I do
That's actually a really good idea.
Mhm.
How do we do that? Do we? Nope, that's
Oh,
Marco.
that's me.
On full screen.
Switch it. Go through everybody.
I don't know the whole list
I
by
don't-
heart. I was-
You just got to keep
There
doing
we
the same
go.
thing. There
There
you
you
go.
All
go.
right, where did I leave off? Don,
Don.
the Dad Dawn, Justin, the Vanilla Thunder, Mervine, Gavin Connor of the All Cure Holy Hour podcast.
There's a slight delay there.
There was, I love it. Crystal Lamphere, Brandon and Anya Epler, AJ from the Forbidden Panel, and Fanboy Mike.
Fantastic.
Well
I
done,
love it.
well done.
Wow.
Jesus.
You know what? It got me
Oh.
thinking. This is our last episode podcast before Halloween, and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
man,
You missed
why?
out.
I was sure did. Oh man.
Well, I thought Marco was supposed to make buckets for us all, so I was just waiting on mine.
Yeah.
But it's on the
Been waiting
list.
a long time.
You're gonna wait a long
It's on the
time.
list. That's
A
what I'm saying.
long time.
One of these,
Oh.
one of these Halloweens, will have a bucket.
Yeah. What?
Um,
Yeah. Exactly.
Is that a Death Star Del Taco cup?
It was.
Dang, that's awesome.
We
Death
have
Star
Del
has
Taco
everything.
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
right next to a Subway and a Chick-fil-A.
yeah.
The Chick-fil-A line is through the hall, though.
So also in our pit, we are currently digesting Miss Sunflower, Jordan from Canada, formerly an anonymous dude 123.
No longer
Uh,
anonymous anymore.
that's right.
Where's Chris? Move your mouth. No longer anonymous anymore. Okay. All right. Cool.
It works.
Gavin Connor's in there, and I wanted to give a special shout out to Gavin because he and Chaz, his podcast co-host, actually got a feature article in Blitzed magazine over in the UK.
Nice.
I went to every damn store that sells magazines, and I tried to find a copy of that thing on the shelf in the UK, and everybody looked at me like I was insane wanting to find a magazine. I'm like, what? But anyway,
Nice.
special shout out to those guys.
Congrats.
Yeah, it's really cool. And then Santo 1414 is in there too. So there we go.
Nice. And we got some lurkers there. So
Yep.
all those lurkers, come and say hi. Because we've got Star Wars to talk about. But before we get into that, we've got some announcements that we want to announce. I'll let Scott go ahead and do his first, and then I will do the rest of the house cleaning.
You got it. So, all right, we got a notification from one of our friends from the Red 5 network that one of our Red 5 pods, I'll just go ahead and read it verbatim. That way I'm not stumbling over words here. One of our Red 5 pods, the Red 5 Tavern, a Dungeons and Dragons podcast, has a player named Tom. He lost everything in a house fire last Tuesday.
Oh, no.
He, his wife, and his 2 kids made it out safely with minor smoke inhalation, and Tom has some burns on his feet, but they're safe and alive. The Red 5 Tavern is organizing a 24-hour charity stream to run next Saturday from midnight on Friday to midnight on Saturday. They have also set up a GoFundMe, and they're asking all the Red 5 patrons, brothers and sisters, to read a short blurb advertising it, which is basically this. So, this is usually the part where I ask everybody to, we've got the super chat now, and we would really, we usually really appreciate you if you donate something to our super chat. So instead of doing that, if you would be so inclined, any money that you were going to donate to us in the super chat, if you would go to the GoFundMe page, which I assume is down below, Marco?
It will be.
It will be down below.
Will be. Yeah.
And just consider donating a little bit, whatever you can to this poor family that lost everything. We would really appreciate it. And so would he. And the Red 5 Network family would really, really appreciate it.
Yeah. Send me that, because I think you were corresponding with them. So send me that and I will add it during the show. But it starts midnight this Friday, the 24-hour live stream. And it is in the Red 5 Network channel. Which we do have the link in the description all the way at the bottom there to our Red 5 family. I will be partaking, doing a horror movie hour starting at midnight our time, but 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. Eastern time. I'm up anyway, so
Jesus,
awesome.
So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Check it out. It's for a good cause, and let's see support these guys that are doing this 24-hour live stream. So.
Yeah, it's really, I was like, yeah, Marco, I'll join in on you. And then you said it was going to be midnight. And I'm like,
midnight. It's,
3 a.m. 3 a.m. our time?
No. Midnight our time, 3 a.m.
Midnight.
Oh, no, okay. 3 a.m. Eastern time. Yeah.
Still, yeah.
Not that crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we will get those links in the description. And anybody feels so inclined to support the Star Wars community, that's what we do when we get together and someone in need, especially our own brother or sister. So with that, we are actually going to do another live stream tomorrow, guys, because some other content dropped today along with Andor episode 8, right? We've got the
If I could be so bold, I'm gonna rewatch the shit out of that one. I won't watch Andor again. I'm gonna rewatch the shit out of those cartoons.
We've got Tales from the Jedi drop, all 6 episodes. From what I've seen, I'm only halfway done. I'm just so enthralled in it. Again, same thing with Andor. But so we were going to do a special live stream to get everybody caught up, to give you a chance to go ahead and watch the series and join us at 8 p.m. tomorrow, specific time. And we were going to break down Tales from the Jedi, talk about it, all that good stuff. So you're getting a double header from us this week.
Twice the head. That's better.
Nice. We got a generous super chat from Bootleg Joe, who is not here because he's celebrating his anniversary with his lovely wife. So happy anniversary.
That's what happens when you miss. You got to throw in. Look at that.
Exactly. That's actually a fine. It's not really a super chat. It's
he's just making it public that we fine him. That's all. It's just,
exactly. Bootleg saying, have a great show, guys.
The bylaws are coming out.
The bylaws. Yeah, she might have missed that threshold though. See you guys tomorrow.
We're grandfathered in. That's the thing. He's stuck.
These new kids.
Yeah. They get away with it.
Oh man, but she has a lot of homework to catch up on too. So she has a lot of shows, right? So I gotta say that the shows that we've been, it's so refreshing to be in a TV time that we're just thank you.
Sorry, I was being serious for a while.
Yeah, I mean,
back to normal.
I can't think of another time that how much TV is great right now, and especially Star Wars, right? So, and Andor is no exception. We say it every week how it's building and building and building and keeping true to the foundation where it started. It's not veering off and becoming weird, right? There's nothing, where it's like, they started really good. No, to me, I think it's still a perfect show. In our Facebook Central, people are starting to share my sentiment because I say this on the show, but I don't say it in the Facebook stuff like that. But people are starting to share exactly how I'm thinking. Like, this is, to me, goes along with the original trilogy content. It might not be flashy. It might not be run and gun and sabers and force stuff, but damn, this show is awesome.
It was never going to be those things, though, either. It was never going to be saber-centric. And
correct. Yeah. So, I mean, we kind of like curbed our expectations on that, right? Like, from Book of Fett, where they told us all these things were going to happen, and go back and listen to our.
He did end up writing a Rancor. I mean,
yeah, I know. Yeah, there was things. I mean, there was things, but this is such a different show. It's such a different way of telling Star Wars that I'm so into. And we mentioned this a while ago that we wanted the Star Wars slate. When we always mention the Star Wars slate between Celebration or Comic-Con or anything like that, or just a special event, that the icons that they put on a screen, we want those things to be exciting and come to fruition and be in the planning stages, if not shooting stages. And yeah, and I know that they came out. There was a couple writers, and I'm sorry I don't have that information because I don't want to announce anything and then be like they canceled it again. But there is another Star Wars project that was announced as far as the writers being created, and quickly, all the major sites and that we, like all the legit sites that we follow, not official, but stuff that are really, really down to earth and have their ears to the ground like we do, as far as being like not clickbait or making stuff up. They'll start running with this. It's like Disney is actually coming down on Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm for like, look, and you guys have to stop announcing things until they're ready to be announced. You know what I mean? Don't say so-and-so is writing a Star Wars script, and then 5 years down the line, it's like, I just had no time, and then that script gets canceled. And I kind of think it
like
goes
the Ryan Johnsons and the Rogue Squadron movie,
Lando, the YTT thing. It's like,
yeah. So that and we've said this before, right? Like, stop announcing projects until like there's a trailer to show. That's how far I want to go. I want to be like a trailer, and then the project's coming in 6 months.
You're right, but at the same time, this is also something that started with George back in the the late 90s and the early 2000s, where he's like, "Oh, I've got this TV series. Oh, there's this animated series that's coming. Oh, there's this video game that's coming. Here's this, that, and the other thing."
Yeah,
and none
you're
of
right.
it ever freaking happened except for the Clone Wars.
Right,
you're right.
Fair,
but that's from more like interviews and stuff, right? It wasn't sitting up on a panel and saying, "Hey, here's my magnificent slate. Did we hear about the 100 episodes of Star Wars? We did. We heard that through rumors and stuff, but he just said, I have TV ready. We want to go TV. That's the next step, blah, blah, blah." But there was never a big on a stage, ta-da, here's my thing that's never going to effing happen.
Yeah. I fear that people will lose confidence in the Disney Plus because it's Disney Plus and they want subscriptions. They want subscriptions to grow and grow and grow. So what's the best way to do that is the carrot on a stick. It's like, here's what's coming down the line. Just go, oh, wait, babe, you know what? We're just going to push that back. Oh, wait.
Just joshing, just kidding.
Yeah. But
JK.
At the same time, Tales from the Jedi came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And that's one of those contents. Like, I think we're in a very, very good position. So I'm bringing this up because where Andor is at, it might not be the most popular thing in the world right now for Star Wars, right? Like the rewatchability, like Chris is saying, going back and rewatch it. But damn, it's like content that I would love to come home with and stay home with, right? It's like, this is such good writing and such good content that
it's not
I
a
want
dig
this
at
on my
it.
show.
I want to be clear. It's not a dig at it. I love the show, right?
Yeah.
But again, once I've got it, and that's all in day one because we do the 3 watches for the show, right?
Yeah.
Once I understand where the politics are, whose alliances are where, and where we're going, and I take the screen caps that look almost identical to the prior week's screen caps, Right?
Mm.
I mean,
Right, I can't tell which
almost-
ones are which.
Dude, I have to delete all my pictures every single week. So I'm like, I'm not gonna remember what episode.
So do
that
I.
was.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing. So it's that kind of thing. So I'm good. It's not a knock at it. I don't watch Rogue One a lot either. Right? I don't watch the hell out of Rogue One. I do every once in a while. I probably watch it 2-3 times a year. But it's same as Marvel. I don't watch Winter Soldier a lot, even though it's probably one of my favorite ones. Same type of thing. I get it. I watch it.
You want to because you want to relish in it. Like you want to sit there and like watch it in sequential. Yeah, like
this show is good because you want to know kind of where it's going. Yeah. Right? That's where I'm digging here. Whereas something else flashier like the Tales of the Jedi or whatever, I'm like, I'm cool with just watching this one episode and I'm really cool. Yeah. You know, I like this. I want more, but that episode left me satisfied and I'm good for right now.
Mm-hmm.
I never feel satisfied after Andor. I want to know where it's going.
And which is
the whole point behind the show, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a big draw to whatever the inevitable conclusion is.
But on my rewatchability factor, I don't need to watch, you know what I mean? That's the thing. That's probably why the views are down.
You don't have to cover your eyes, Chris.
Okay, thanks.
It's getting hot. I could tell.
But
He
you know
kept
what I
saying
mean?
sorry.
Sorry.
I know.
But Marco was giving up the eye.
Texting you.
I'm like, dude, stop. I got it. I'll keep the hood on.
I'm trying to talk.
Yeah. It's just getting hot. My breath is in here. But I think that's why the hours are down. You know, I've seen a couple reports about the hours, not as much as they'd want. Things like that because of that factor, right? I've watched Mandalorian episodes a lot during the week. You know, almost every day. Yeah. Right? For the in between shows until getting ready for the next show. I'm prepping myself all week for the next one.
Right.
With this one, once was good.
I just hope that doesn't hinder them creatively going forward. You know, I hope that doesn't.
Thoughts.
Yeah, because this is so good. And we know that, at least I think season 2 is already in the can and they're working on post on it.
Probably. I hope.
But I don't want them to look at those rewatchability, you know, the rewatch numbers and think, well, this type of Star Wars isn't what people are looking for. Let's do more episode 2 stuff. You know, let's do more Grogu. Let's throw Grogu in some more episodes of something.
Just for that.
You said episode 2 stuff, and I'm laughing because Tales of the Jedi was chock full of episode 2 stuff. And every single bit of it was rad. So I mean, throw me some episode 2 stuff.
If you're gonna do it like that,
it really was.
What's also hard about that? What's also hard about that, though, too, is there's a lot of people now who are more comfortable with the dump of seeing everything. So they're just waiting for it to end. I've heard that through a lot of friends, too.
A lot.
Andor is that long? Yeah. Okay, well, hit me up. Let me know when it's done.
Yeah.
Because I want to sit and watch it. Correct. Yeah.
Scott's like that on some stuff, right?
Yeah. Game of Thrones, the House of Dragons. I was waiting until it was done, and then I was going to go
wait no longer. You can binge it.
Exactly.
So see, there's that too. So which is hard for their numbers game, which I think at Celebration, Filoni and Favreau had a point of keep playing it because they keep seeing those numbers. When they were talking about, somebody had said, I love to watch Mandalorian over and over. And Filoni had said, that's what we need. Please keep watching it and doing it because that does help us. That's what he said on 100%. Stage. So I get that. But 100%. I think that's what a lot of has to do with it right now is people are just waiting. I mean, I've heard that constantly. Hey, let me know. Let me know when it's over. Then I'm going to check it out.
My coworker is doing that. She usually watches weekly with the Star Wars stuff, but she's like, no, I'm waiting until it's over, until I can sit down and watch it.
And I really hope the creators at B or the analytics people or PR or whatever do see the response of what they've created here and how freely they let the directors and the writers do their thing, telling a great Star Wars story and keeping us engaged every week.
The reviews are good. The critics like it. The audience likes it. It's just what I'm talking about. I like it. I like it a lot. I'll give it a 9. I mean, it's like it's great.
That's great.
Yeah.
But I've seen it.
Yeah,
that's all. It's not
that's how we are, right? We love it for what it is. We put it in its place, and we just kind of like we have it because it goes right with Rogue One, man. It is so good. But so let's get into this episode a little bit too. Now we're just gonna open talk this, right? And Scott, please put up the screenshots as needed. You know when we do things. But I'm absolutely, first off, before we get into like the prison stuff in Andor, right? I'm loving Didra and Cyril. Like those two as a I want them to team up. I want him to get promoted. Like, come with me, you're coming because you know more of this, that, and it's it's so refreshing.
Oh, I don't think he's ever going to be true Imperial. He's going to get killed before he gets there. I think he's she's going to get him killed and not give a damn about it. And not care at all.
Really?
I think.
I think he's going down by Cassian's hand. I think somehow, during the prison break sequence, they're going to figure out that Cassian's in the prison, and that's where.
But she'll be the one setting him up. Something will happen. It'll be her fault.
Even though he's a driven character to capture Cassian, right? He's a murderer and he's to be dealt justice. I feel like he's fragile. I feel like this character is fragile. To kill him, that would be like, oh man, like it's not that I'm rooting for him.
Did you kick the? Why did you kick the puppy with cancer? Why did you do that? That's what it feels like.
I'm not necessarily rooting for him, but I'm also like, I don't want him to get kicked down in the gutter that far, right? But I do want him to team up with Dedra.
He's already there, dude. He's eating rebels out of his fridge. He's got body parts and freezers.
That's a different show. That's Netflix.
It's a serial killer. We talked about it.
Yeah,
at least the signs are all there.
At least he's getting his voice, even though if Dedra takes all the credit, he's getting his voice. You know, he's actually going to be the one. Probably.
Oh, that's why she's going to kill him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like backstabbing to take the credit.
Yep.
Is she that type of person? I know she's trying to prove herself, but she's also a by the book kind of person.
And not because she wants the thing. I think it's more of I told you so. That's what she really wants. Is like I've been telling all you fools about everything that's going on, from the thefts of this and that, and you guys basically all laughed at me, right? I mean, they have to keep saying that, oh, maybe she's right. Okay, well, maybe, but it's still a maybe, right? It's not right. You know what? Let's go off of this. So I think she would kill him to get that credit because it came down to that.
I do too. I think when she talked to that boss, I think what he said to her, she'll take to heart. Remember that hallway with Qyburn? Or I don't know his Star Wars name, but it's in that scene, her telling, do kind of whatever you have to do. You're going to have to watch your back, watch your back thing, right? Well, at this point, he's going to say something like, hey, this can get me in, right? This could be a real change in my career. And she's all
to clear his name, because he's all about clearing his name. But
this isn't going to fix you. This is going to fix me.
Right.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. That's definitely interesting.
He's a pawn right now. I like it. I hope.
Or the only other way it can go is that because of his stupid mom makes him join the Rebel Alliance.
Well, let's bring up Brian Buckley's, which I love your profile pic, by the way. Brian Buckley is saying that same thing, Ernie. I still feel like he's going to the rebellion. His research will guide him to the rebels where he will join up. That's tough.
Because his mom's going to say, why can't you be at the top of the empire? You should have been there by now. You know what? Screw this. Cassian, what can I do? It really is.
There would have to be something an attempt on his life, like Chris was saying, maybe something that would make him join go that way, because I feel like Chris is.
Oh, when she attempted to kill him and he lives,
and he's like, wait a second, if I'm supposed to be all like Imperial gung ho, and now this is the backstabbing game that I don't want to play.
Or then he's about to blow what's about to get her promoted. Then she blah 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 blah. Yeah. It's got to be a twist with these two, right? That's what we're hoping. Yeah. Somehow there's got to be a weird twist in there. Yeah, I love that. I got. If that doesn't happen, if this just goes boring and everybody's promoted and happy, I'm gonna be pissed.
Remember, we can't have check marks. We can't do that anymore. We're doing it.
This is horrible.
We just did it. So
we weren't supposed to. That's a very simple one there. They should just do. That was really good.
But I love the fact that I love the fact that she gave him the chance to speak his mind, and she took it right to the top, or she's going to take things right to the top, because that dialogue between Dedra when she's at the council meeting, the ISB council meeting again with Yularen, just kind of like, I hear you. I'm listening. Keep talking. Man. I'm listening.
What a dick, right? I mean,
and
I
love been in those meetings before.
Quiet the whole time, and she just stares back in silence, like, okay,
do I continue or wait for? Yeah.
I'm listening.
I love it.
And he's not looking at her.
He's not even looking.
No.
Yeah. Okay. To be honest, it feels a little bit out of character for Yularen the way he's been portrayed, but I'm liking it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. So.
but
a little more less energetic.
A little less, still a little bit of good in him, right?
I've always seen him kind of youthful too, and even though Rebels happens after this, he's still.
Yeah.
This is there's
But
a
remember,
bit of a
this is the
disconnect
tightening of the noose and the explosion that's waiting to happen. The rebels
Right.
are waiting to make their presence known. I mean, they already did, but in a bigger way, which we'll get into. And then also the Empire tightening the noose too. So Yularen could be that switch over to like staunch freaking like going from how we knew him to this medium thing to like, okay, I get what's happening now. I'm really, full on, right? Like mean. Now I'm mean, right? So, that interaction was cool, and I love the fact that like she's getting the credit. I like her as an Imperial. I really do. I like her character more than a lot of the other Imperial characters. Just their staunchness and dedication to it.
I like her.
And
awesome. I like. What's up with Cyril's Tide? We got a picture of that too.
Oh,
I don't think we have a picture of Cyril.
I do.
I like it.
The both of them together. Yeah.
Because it's familiar yet different, right?
Yeah. It's like you've never seen a tie in Star Wars, right? Like, have we?
No.
Not that I can think of either, right? But we see a tie.
Notice she had a tie.
He does, but it's not. I guess you can't call it a tie because it's not really tied. I suppose it's a clip.
It comes through a hole in his shirt. It's like under his shirt and it comes out.
It's a hang.
Like, this show does a very good job. Again, people call it earthly, but it's like earthly to a point that it's like very
alien,
artsy, very artsy and very New York fashion show decorations and or decor and stuff, right? So it's like very something that it actually could happen in here and on Earth as a real life thing, right? But then again, different but yet familiar.
Brian Buckley, it's a space tie, like the double ties in Back to the Future Part 2.
The double ties. Exactly.
It's a TIE fighter.
It's a TIE fighter.
Oh, jeez.
That's Matt Logic is here with us. Brian Buckley is here with us.
Rick Jones.
Guys, keep them coming. And Mando Mike. Keep them coming. So thank you guys for joining us. And we're getting into the Andor episode 8 here. Where should we go from here? Do you guys want to talk about the whole prison sequence? The whole THX 1138 prison. I mean,
that's what it totally reminded me of.
Dude, it was a homage to THX, and I loved every minute of it. Like the whole.
As soon as I saw it, I was all, God damn it! We kept saying it was clone troopers, and that we were on.
Camino or something.
Camino.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on Camino. Why are all the clone troopers? And then I see it, I'm like, shit. All right. Yeah. Totally got that one wrong.
The whole demoralizing somebody by taking their because of threat of death and punishment, but stripping you down to shoes, right? So you're vulnerable.
Just taking away your shoes.
You're barefoot.
Sucks,
man. It's just exactly. And just
first off, how do you still pull off the 70s look through everything? That's what's great.
Look
at go back to those people. That's all like 70s looking dudes right
Big
there.
Time, dude.
You got Louis Anderson in the front. You got, everybody's there.
Everybody's got sideburns.
That's
crazy.
That's thin Bruce Campbell on the left there. That's
right. I mean, it's just this show rocks me on the stuff that nobody like that is really catching. Right, the way that this looks, like we all threw out 1138 right away, but there's so many other movies as well too, and just the whole vibe to it and the look of everything. I think that's what makes it so wonderful.
The floor is lava. Brian Buckley said exactly. It's so good.
So what do we think they're building here? I mean,
Death Star parts.
Death Star parts. Kevin asked me, he's like, "Is this like a TIE fighter part?"
Well, they look like mines, like space mines, going off video games and stuff like that. They look like space mines.
Holding the panels together for the Death Star.
Yeah, exactly.
They're probably building absolutely nothing, and this is just demoralizing, It's...
That would be ridiculous, but awesome.
Wouldn't it?
Because there's so many of them.
And they have to do how many a day? Like it's a
you have that,
the way that
another
it looks.
is
the panel for the Death Star. So that's like your connecting
I wonder
cog
if
in
the
the middle,
centerpieces for a
and
TIE
that's
fighter.
why they
That's
have
what-
to keep doing so much.
See, you think that's it. So you think of every corner and every crevice of every four corner in a room, right?
Yeah.
You have the pieces. These guys
Yeah.
have to keep building those for a Death Star that's the size of
That
a
makes
moon.
sense, right?
I mean,
Makes
Because that's
sense.
so
all I
there's
could see.
parts
That's
and-
all
yeah.
I think of is
Yeah.
Lego wise.
Connections to
Like
go
you
different
need
places.
that to keep
Yeah.
right. And so that's all I could think of panels. And what really made me think of it was when they showed it like single. I know they were in a row, but when that shot when they were moving the cart and it's really a single piece is like on Guardians when they made the wall and when
Right.
they had to connect in those ships. And
Yes.
that was like that middle piece that you saw
Yeah.
connect panels, right? So that was the
Yeah.
only thing I could think of is
Yeah.
okay, Death Star stuff, and that's why let's hurry up, let's make it. But
what I
it
was laughing
crap,
at,
a 12-hour shift.
I know.
I
yeah.
know, right?
Uh,
Like and laborious. I mean, they
Yeah.
were. Yeah, Cliff. Food is good.
The food
You know-
is people.
It's
Soylent Green. They're people.
Soylent Green.
Welcome, Cliff. By the way, too. Yes, yeah, it's so funny. But
Roast.
yeah, so it's again, Cassian has nowhere to go. You feel helpless for him. You feel isolated, and we'll get to Snoke here in a minute. Yeah, but the feel of Cassian and going into his laborious camp and being separated.
Do we have pictures of the room there, Scott? Like
His bedroom there.
yeah. So you got the feeder tube in here. He's got it's such a weird like he has to live here,
Yes,
you know. And
Yeah.
we're only 30 days in.
30 exactly.
Yeah.
30 shifts later.
But he's already to the point. You know when they win? Did you catch what they win if they do the day
Yes.
fast?
Flavor.
Flavor.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. He's just sucking on nothing. Like it tastes like just junk right now.
Yeah.
How crap is that, right? Like plain
It's just nourishment.
oats,
Yeah.
if that. You know,
Yeah.
just yeah.
Last place team gets zapped. First place gets flavor, and like medium, like the second, the other tiers get like subsequent flavors, right? Like
Yeah, a little
it's
less
bonus.
flavor.
Yeah,
is
a
it
little less flavor.
nothing, or is it chorizo to begin with, or is chorizo the flavor? Like
I
what?
wish, man. Chorizo is awesome.
What are you getting? Like, I don't understand, dude. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a great like prison system that they've got going here. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's laborious. They want to keep them fed and nourished, right, for strength and all that.
I was hoping we had a screenshot of them writhing in pain because I mean that was some acrobatics going on the floor.
Oh,
whenever
yeah.
they were all
That was
writhing
awesome,
around in
right?
It's
pain.
hard to get a
Yeah.
clear shot of that. But there's one of the dead guy in there, and there's one of the flight into that prison planet, and then one when you see that they're not islands, they're prisons.
Yes.
Like this, which is
Yeah.
and then later on we see inside that it's not just like on top level. This is
No.
like going deep.
Deep, and each one are connected. Yeah.
And there's so many of them because we saw two people giving signals across, right? Which was
So
scary.
awesome, right?
Yes.
And like, what the hell? There's so many people,
Yeah.
all these levels, and
So this
And
12-hour
so many prisons.
workday.
yeah,
Yeah, this 12-hour workday doesn't give them a chance to formulate escapes.
Yeah.
And so you
No,
kind of see
you
this,
can't look. They got sinkholes next to it, so if you do get out, you're sinking.
Yeah.
It sucks you in.
I know,
There
look
is
at
no
that.
escape.
It's so
Yeah.
smart. Like it's
It
really
is.
like I was looking like, okay, how is he gonna? Because because when Cassian gets there, you notice one thing he's doing, not just because it's in a strange area and stuff like that. To me, everything he's looking at and he's formulating an escape plan. When he was looking at those guys build the parts and it was doing the faster cutscenes, and we were as audience, we're getting faster. To me, that was Cassian learning. What are they doing? What are these tools used for? What can I use them for? And eventually, we'll see that happening for his escape
Well,
plan.
there's a little laser welder, and you know that's going to come into play somehow.
That's gonna burn
Right.
Snoke's eyeball. That's how Snoke gets
Yeah.
his scar. I mean,
That's it.
I'm thinking they're going to come in and get him. Right, Vel at some point is going to
escape?
come get him,
Or,
and they're going to come dressed like Imperials. And when he's
Yeah.
asked how, he's going to be like, "They're going to be like, you told us, nobody expects it, blah blah," you know. And
I never
like,
thought about that. Like we
just
always
roll
think
in.
like he's gonna escape, but not a rescue.
Yeah,
Like
he's getting
Luthen
rescued.
and maybe Saul's group go in and rescue him or something.
they need him dead.
They want him
him
dead.
They want him dead because he knows too much. Half of
Yeah.
them want him dead, half of them want him saved. Right.
I think there's some conflict in that too. Maybe there'll be some resolution. Like Luthen has to get to him
Yeah.
first before his assistant gets to him, because assistant will kill him, or Luthen will save him.
Yeah, there will be a conflict on who wants
Yeah.
him dead and alive. We obviously know he'll live, but there'll be a conflict.
Yeah. I like Andy Serkis. I didn't know he was in this. I didn't hear rumors or anything like he was in it.
Yeah.
Kino
But the
Loy.
minute
So-
the minute I heard his voice, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That's Andy Serkis. And then it showed his face. I'm like, well, what do you know?
Yeah, love it. Anything this guy does, I love it. It's great.
He's down to 240 something days. He got that thing down.
249.
249. There you go.
249 days and don't mess it up for me. Like everything is structured. He's the boss of this pod. You know, it's prison rules.
Oh, that means he's down to 219 now.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he's going to die.
Yeah.
1 day left. What is it? 15 days left of retirement.
Yeah, I'm getting too old for this.
I'm too old for this.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be coming out.
Another Lethal Weapon?
Yeah, they're supposed to be doing that part 5.
Awesome. Well,
seriously?
Yeah.
I want a Dooku and Mace Windu version of Lethal
I heard
Weapon.
they were
That's all
both
I wanted
on
to see
board.
today.
Man,
that's what you wanted to see right there.
Well, that's what you saw in the cartoon today. But yes, I want that movie. I want Lethal Weapon 5. Let's switch gears.
Yeah,
yes.
Do it.
All right, so this is now no longer the
things...
Sarlacc Digest. This is the I'm too old for this
Digest.
Is Joe Pesci still alive? Can we get him in there?
Yeah.
Is he good? All
He's
right,
retired.
He is.
Yeah,
He is.
But why not do this? Because they're making another Beverly Hills Cop. Why not combine the two and make it a big extravaganza?
Oh man, a crossover.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
With Joe Pesci's
do it.
character in Surge. Leo
Yes,
gets
I was
in
just gonna
Surge.
say that. Okay. What is this guy saying? What do you mean? What am I saying?
One moment. One moment. Okay, all right, guys. Back to sorry. That's
No, I cannot.
in a line
Okay, go
that would
ahead.
have gone on for about 2-3 hours.
We would have had the whole movie written, the cast, and the sequel to that
We would have
combined
acted
movie.
it out. Yeah, we would have acted it out and everything.
With the Three's Company
my God.
cameo.
I'm with Mando Mike. Okay, so it ends going into
Oh,
Rush
no.
Hour. Like that's who
There
they
you go.
they end up with. All right, I'm cool with that. I'm down.
That's hilarious. Oh my God.
Telling Joe Pesci, do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth?
And again, Joe Pesci, the whole movie. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all he does. That's it.
Not to break this little shindig up, but speaking
Star
of
Wars, got
shindigs,
it.
speaking of shindigs, how many parties is Mon Mothma having at their
Lots.
house?
Oh man. Okay. These guys are giving dude stink eye, right? So
yeah.
Perrin is done with this. As soon as he heard his voice, you seen him
He
react,
did.
right?
Oh yeah.
And then when he's leaving, before she even said he was glad he was here, he already gave this dirty ass look. This dude is all over this guy. And I don't think it's a jealousy thing necessarily. I think it's he knows they're up to something.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I
they're
think it's a jealousy
conspiring.
thing because of the daughter's reaction too. You're here all the time
She's
now.
weird too,
Oh,
right?
man.
Like, she's
Uh-huh.
very,
Basically, that was a you're boning my mom.
Yeah.
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 Right. It was.
pretty-
she's
And
She's
What's the guy's name? The this guy on the
Troy,
right?
Troy or Toy or Troy? Yeah, Troy.
Toy.
Him.
Well,
Troy.
Toy might. work.
He's snarky as hell to Perrin here too. He's like
True.
charity starts at home.
He does, and that's what the double look dictate gets, right?
Yeah.
Well,
He
when
starts
he
at
took
home.
the double worm, she's like,
Yeah.
I don't want it. He's like, I'll take it.
Yeah,
Shoot.
Worm.
that was gross.
Man, no,
But,
Mike,
this-
she's the
so,
last
hey,
Anna Cougar.
This also clarified what we were talking about a couple weeks ago about this arranged marriages and
Yes.
tradition,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
They
talked
really
about it.
did.
Mhm.
They did. So
16
been
years
married
old. They
since
got
they were
married at
16.
16. Yeah.
Yeah.
yep.
No, I'm sorry. It was she joined the Senate
right.
at 16, and then she married a year before that or something. Like
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
married at 15.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's what I was gonna say.
And
She
and
got married
and
at
they
15.
confirmed. Yeah, and it was tradition.
Yeah.
That they confirmed it. So yeah, confirmed.
But it didn't seem like arranged though.
It
Do you
didn't
think it
seem
was
like-
arranged?
Assuming,
It didn't seem like it. It seemed like at one time they actually did like each other.
Well,
Yeah.
oh,
The
no,
way
they
that
might
it
have-
was flowing and going, you know?
I think they might have liked each other, but I think they was still arranged. That's the custom and the tradition she's talking about. I don't
think
think
it
the
was
weird.
arranged?
I don't think the weird part was the youth, because Senator at 16, you're pretty much an adult in the alien world, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you're doing things there. I think
Yeah.
the custom and tradition. was
Amidala
the-
was a queen. Leia was
Yeah.
a senator. Yeah.
as long as they don't go House of Dragons and their brother and sister.
Right.
well.
No, there was
Empire.
There was that time whenever they were talking about their relationship and when they got married, and the senator she was talking to said something along the line of, well, to each their own, customs and whatnot. Like he's kind of
Right.
judging how young they got married and got started. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
That's awkward. They're awkward. I love it. They're.
Yeah.
But you know what's bothering me is we've been in this, like you mentioned, we've had parties here. I have not seen the people that we should be seeing at these parties, and that's bothersome.
And I've been waiting for. That's why I'm thinking like, okay, maybe this is something it's just her conflict within, and we're not going to get that get deeper into that sediment that she has.
Yeah, so. I get that we're not doing cameos for cameo's sake. I get that we're not just doing fan service, but they've mentioned the people that we should see, Masameda and what the Visier, and you know, all, these people
we should be
around.
seeing at this
Slime War.
point.
Slime War. Their alien races should be there. We should see this kind of stuff. There's not a lot of Easter eggs, things like that. So, but these people make sense to be there, right?
Yes. Like you said. Any cameo has a part, not a fan service. Like. Yeah, there's no fan service in this show. So
the only stuff they do, and it's very well done, I think, is that Antique Shop is made for it, right?
Yes,
like they're like, you know what? Let's put all of our focus in this Antique Shop so they can look here every week, and I do every damn week, right? And see if they can find anything new.
Show us something new, like he was putting out that glass shard, whatever it was.
Yeah, but nothing else that we've really noticed, right? But it's But checking it out, that's where all the hidden stuff is. Everything else, just watch it.
There was nothing new with the carbonite. There was a bunch of carbonite behind it.
I couldn't pick it out. I was trying to get close. There was.
I tried as well too, but I couldn't.
Probably like the Holy Grail, and you know.
Right? Yeah, that's what I wanted to see.
That's what we're missing.
Because if we got a whole indie background going back there, ooh, that's crazy.
If we can get the Ark and the Holy Grail, I'll be.
Or
an alien skull.
We've already had the Ark. It was in the Clone Wars.
Oh yeah, that's right. And
was it really?
Yeah, but they could still have it. Then even better that he'd have it.
Yeah.
Right.
He had it in the back.
Yeah, he's right.
They were loading it onto one of their ships. Yeah.
And I'm still with the Han and Sleeping Carbonite is Indiana Jones. Wait, because they're saying at the end of this indie, some people may hate it, some people may love it, but it's going to be an end and it's going to tell something. That's been announced.
So he comes out and Leia and Bosch is going to be standing there like resting.
That's what I'm saying. Are you here? What if it just ended with hearing the carbonite heating up?
Dude,
you don't see anything.
I'm not mad at that. For some reason, I'm not mad at it.
I can't wait for it to happen. I will stand up in that damn movie.
The only way I'll accept it, just like you said right there, I just hear the carbonite in an after credit scene, and that's all I would take.
There you go.
Then I would be like,
no,
okay,
that's what I'm saying. Okay. That's what I'm saying. In an after credit scene, you hear the noise, and we know what that noise is.
I'll take it just because it's so ambiguous, and I'll take it. Right? That it's like you can't claim it. You're just like, there was a sound. That's all it is. Shut up. Make your own minds up. If they left that to us, then we could play with it. That'd be cool.
The last third of the movie is just like a fever dream where it's all Chewbacca and Willow and the whole bit all hanging out, and it's all Lucasfilm properties just showing up all at once.
Yes. Ron Howard and a hot rod.
Exactly.
It's the end game sequence by all of the
Harrison Ford in 3 different roles.
Yeah.
He's all de-aged.
Oh my god.
Including the new Marvel role. Like that's what it is with. The roles in the Marvel. Yeah.
We're speaking of like cameos for the sake of cameos, and Brian Buckley has something that we're just about to get into too. It's like hey, you guys realize that Melshi from Table 5 was in Rogue One, right? Yeah. So Scott was our sleuth on this one and confirmed the 2 actors, well, the same actor played this. And when we get into Saul Guerrero's group again, like showing him and 2 tubes and all that stuff, they mean something because they're going to be a pivotal part of this. And this is awesome, right? Like to have this kind of throwback in the prison system that we're going to see in Rogue One.
I felt like whenever we were watching Rogue One, he kept calling out to Melshi and in the radio, and I'm like, I feel like this guy had a bigger part that was cut back or something. You know, it just.
Oh right, yeah.
It kind of did feel like that. I felt like we were supposed to care when Melshi was killed, you know, and I was like, oh man, more cannon fodder. But it's not every day that they name somebody unless it's in a dogfight. You know, you don't get their names really.
Names are important. That's why.
Exactly.
So now Melshi in the prison though was the one asking him the questions, correct? That the dude got yelled at.
Yes. Yeah.
Snoke yelled at him, right?
Pushed him up against the wall.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing now we should probably think that when this escape happens or something happens, that Melshi comes with him.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
So who was doing the sign lange through the people? Was that him as well too, or no?
That was on his table. That was a dude on his table, but we don't know.
Him.
Yeah, that was
okay. The guy's name is like Cup or Hup or I don't know. I'll have to figure it out.
Cup and Hot Rod. He was
So-
signaling to Hunter.
No.
Oh yeah. Hey,
This is what we do.
are they segregating prisons?
So my
Like
initial
men's
thought
and
was like,
women's?
this is a human male
That too.
Oh.
prison.
Human. Yeah.
But again, because guys, not one alien in this entire planet, like this prison system. And I think that's on purpose. That's by design. I think it's eventually some of these might be conscripts. Getting into the Empire, being hired as, like you said, fodder, mud troopers, sword, whatever. Eventually, they might find some of these people in prisons. Because they obviously forced. They said they forced Andor before from a prison system into fighting. So maybe this is their way of segregating the alien criminals, male and female kind of stuff. Like I said, I think this show does everything by design. I don't think there's any accidents because we've seen Mon Mothma's a palace, right, or her apartment full of aliens. We've seen the airports on certain levels full of aliens. As higher you go up, it's all human. We've seen the Empire switch, or not switch, but get into that role. And they're making point of Didra's, female presence being like she has more to prove than anything. So.
But at the same time, Mon Mothma's, I was going to point out the fact that Mon Mothma's party is loaded with aliens, and not just aliens we're familiar with, but they've started bringing in the species from the sequels as well.
Yes, they have. Yeah,
like
you're right.
Oh God, what's the pilot from the Force Awakens? It's named after a Beastie Boys song. I forget what his name is, but Eloatzi or something like that. His race, one of those aliens are there at the party.
Okay.
There's several others.
So this just killed my theory. Imagine a Mon Calamari trying to hold a screwdriver. Yeah, that's a humans have small hands.
Making alien noises.
Well, you're right. Humans have the right kind of appendages to create whatever they're creating. So it's like, all right, the Mon Calamari may be all to a different prison system that they're
building.
It's all body shaming. It's all body shaming. The Empire is full into that. So,
oh God,
Elo Asti. That's what Brian Buckley's saying. Elo Asti.
Yeah.
And so is Matt Logic. Sorry. Matt Logic said it first. Elo Asti. Yeah, so
Matt Logic gets the flavor in his tube tonight.
You get the flavor.
Sorry, Brian,
Whoa.
you're electrocuted.
That's a new line. Using
Brian
that,
gets electrocuted.
you're gonna get the flavor in the tube tonight.
Flavor in the tube tonight for Matt.
the new no prize.
PG-13, guys. PG-13. All
Can
right.
we get a graphic made for flavor in the tube?
Scott will have it.
I don't
next
think
week.
you want that.
Oh man, but
PG-13 show, boys.
yeah. So
It
Luthen,
happened.
because we got into his apartment or his thing. So Luthen, well, we do flash back to Ferric, wherever was it, Ferric?
Mm-hmm.
That's the original planet. So his mom is obviously tripping over herself, trying to join this rebellion and hurting herself, but adamant about like she's gonna die doing this for the cause. She's full on in the cause, and of course we find the friend and Bix's character there trying to kind of slow her roll a little bit, right?
But knowing that she's not going anywhere, man.
And she's doing this. Yeah, she's in it to win it. They even ask themselves, like, where's Cassian? Because he's probably the only one that really, can talk her out of this, but they don't even know where he's at.
Yeah. No, his mom was trying to open up a vent to the underground tunnels to let rebels in so the rebels could invade and take over the hotel.
Man, first thing I thought about was their little, the path first.
Right.
Yeah. Things like that
and
tunnel systems and stuff. But
first thing I was like, yeah, man.
And it's probably there. I mean, I know we're looking at her like old lady, but man,
I think she knows more than
there.
What she's leading
Correct.
on.
Right.
Really do.
Yeah. And I mean, right there, we're like, she's a rebel, and I was like, I didn't know that dude's name was Dottie.
Rebel Dottie.
Yeah.
Hey, that I was late there. Sorry, Ernie. You got
it's all right.
You got points.
It's all right.
Flavor tube.
But then she gets busted pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
Who, Bix?
Big,
Yeah.
because
I knew that from the beginning. Did you guys not? I'm like, what are you doing?
Walking around.
Seriously. Yeah. Well, no, the even trying to make the call. I know that she, wants to get a hold, but that's the wrong. They're everywhere. Like they weren't going to catch that.
Yeah, but is that what they caught her from? They just caught her standing there.
They caught her because
that's what they
made the transmission. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
He said they got her like a camera or something walking out of there, so they know it's her.
Cyril gave Deidre the name of Bix her. Look for her because that was his Andor as a companion, and so and so that's why Deidre's on the planet looking for, and they called her out, and the guy said, "You look familiar." You know, it can't be a coincidence that you look. They had her MO right there, or her thing.
Oh, I thought it was they caught her walking out from making the call.
Yeah, no. Well, it makes it seem like because they caught the guy who was in charge of the whole antenna system. So it very well may be.
I saw them looking at their little. Yeah, they're looking at the pad anyway. Happened to see her. They're like, "Huh."
Yeah.
Unrelated. Gotcha.
Yeah, but it was Cyril who gave up the name Bix. In his interrogation, kind of. But so she's scooped up. They gave Luthen, the Imperials gave Luthen an alias, Access, right? Or
Access.
Access. Yeah.
They gave him because they know that people are connecting to one person who's got the network or start of this rebel network, and they gave him a name. Now they have a something to go by, like a person they know is out there. So it's getting it's getting
Axis and Fulcrum now we're dealing right. So we got code names. That's cool spy shit.
Yeah. What is really cool. I love they gave name Access because double meaning, Access because he's got access to all the things plus axis of evil kind of on the Empire's point of view. Well,
it was only the one, the AXIS, the Axis.
Yeah, Axis.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's a double meaning what the Empire deems. What?
It's not the same word. It's not the same word.
Axis and access. It's just
Access and access. What? I thought it was the same thing.
It's like Eric and Eric.
It's not access. It's Aquel. Aquel.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. My bad. I'm dumb. I got it.
No, you could have got it. It's all right.
We'll edit it tomorrow. Nobody will see it. Totally cool.
Editing.
People will know, but they won't see it. They won't have proof.
People will know.
Okay.
No, he didn't.
Rick Jones.
Never said.
Oh my God, Rick Jones just threw a third meeting out there. Axis.
Is that the plural of axis? Okay, guys. All right. But yeah, so that we got that wrapping up, kind of like the stranglehold on all of Andor's family and friends. And Luthen's will cut off communications, right?
Right.
It was weird.
Oh man, she was pushing it.
Yeah, but it's still
she's in charge, man.
He asked her, but he's the boss. Like she could have says, "I'm cutting this off," and he's like, "Tell me to cut this off." Like, hey, boss,
look,
you know the right thing to do.
Behind every strong man is a way stronger woman in Star Wars universe right now. So he needed somebody pushing
since the beginning.
Yeah,
Game of Thrones, House of Dragon, we know who rules. We know who rules.
This is Fennec and Fett all over again. Damn it, just push the button and do it yourself. That's what's going on.
It's also a thing like,
but she's
got
neat.
to believe.
I like her. Yeah, she's a cool character because I don't know what the hell's up with her.
Right. But it's also
as forceful as she was in the last episode too. I'm thinking she's gonna start pulling some triggers pretty soon.
Yeah,
could be.
You don't mess with this one.
Brian Buckley, thanks. Circus. Yeah, okay, I get it. Totally get it.
And there.
And there. 2, 2, and 2. Yeah.
All right. Okay, cool. Oh,
Palpatine
anyway,
and Palpatine. It's the same.
I never said Palpatine. I don't see. You got it wrong.
I can't say it as wrong as you. I can't get it right. Sorry.
So you make up crap about me. Got it.
There's an N and a teen in there somewhere. I don't know.
There's never a teen. But anyway, because that's illegal. PG-13. But anyway. Hey, I'm just going with the flow here.
Flavor tube.
Luthen.
We're taking away the flavor tube.
But we also caught Luthen going to Saw Gerrera, right? Ooh. So we get the introduction of Saw Gerrera with 2 tubes and his whole crew. I love the way how they de-aged him legitimately. Like, Saw looks awesome. And this dialogue is perfect. There's just hey, what about this heist? I thought it was you.
Oh, yeah. And they both keep playing. And just for a couple minutes, it's like, you? No, you? Oh, I thought it was you. That was a neat, dumb
It's like 3 Spider-Men standing in an alleyway pointing at each other.
Yeah. And one of them they both know damn well he did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I love, playful.
Saw knows he did it. Luthen knows Saw knows he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Saw obviously didn't do it.
Right.
Good stuff.
No, this is so cool. But the whole thing was, Luthen's got weapons and parts or whatever for Saw's, cause and stuff. But he's also like, I'll give these to you for free if you meet. I forgot the name drop. It wasn't something familiar though.
No, it was a new name.
Yeah, it was a new name. Like, I want you to meet up with this person to do whatever. And so I was like, nah, I ain't having this because I work alone. As is my
and the guy was a separatist. The guy
he was a separatist. Yeah,
yeah.
His ideology might be twisted. Yeah,
yeah. So he didn't want to deal and work with a separatist because he's a good old fashioned Republic boy.
Yeah.
But also you can start to see the cracks in his sanity during the speech that he's giving whenever he's talking about, he started naming all the different factions and he goes, I am the only one with clarity of purpose.
Right.
And I'm like, this dude's basically spitting on Luthen. He's so emphatic about the way where he's.
But you see, like, he almost considered it and then he went back to that, right? Like, you saw that change on him. He
almost straight up shot Luthen for a second. Luthen said something, and it looked like Saw was about to just snap, and that's whenever he smiled at the very end. And
yeah,
it was pretty intense.
Yeah, I'm glad that we're here. We still got 4 episodes left, and so we got more Saw in his band of Saws. Saw in his band of Saws. That's stupid. What a dumb day.
They're called something.
The partisans. Partisans.
Yeah, I know.
But
didn't they have a name in Rogue One?
Partisans.
Partisans.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the partisans. And I gotta say though that still this is one of my absolute favorite additions to the Star Wars universe as far as aliens go. Tubes is just a freaking cool looking character.
Yeah, they de-aged him really well as well.
Same clothes though, but the
Star
Rogue
Wars.
One team, the Rogue One team that put all this together and everything. They're, I can't say enough again. Yeah, Rick Jones, great performance. Yeah, like there's just so much coolness that's going on right now. Like I said, especially that banter between the two because it really shows how uncoordinated or unideology, how the rebels are right now. They're still not seeing eye to eye. They still don't trust each other, which makes perfect sense. It's like coming out of a fog and seeing who's really in it to win it kind of stuff. And I think there will be some backstabbing and stuff going on, and it could be from Luthen's, person or Luthen himself or Vel or somebody. I mean, it's all up in the air to where we don't know as audiences, like who's really gonna be. I mean, we know what happens to Saul and all that stuff, but who's
we
really
know
going
Mon
to...
Mothma stays good and Bail stays good, and Saw doesn't necessarily go bad. He just goes crazy.
We just know his right. He knows.
So since we don't know about Luthen and his person that's probably the weak link here: a dead and a turn. Right? Those are the two. That's what's going to happen here. Luthen dies, she turns. That's it. So.
Yeah, like there's got to be that moment of, all right, now they'll just do it. Like Saul's got to agree, right? And him and Mon Mothma have to come together because eventually she outs him, in Rogue One, kind of like because of his tactics and stuff. But they do have to formulate the alliance.
Yeah, they didn't oust him. He was already gone. I think she was requesting assistance or.
I got you.
Like and he was like, "No, your views are this and that." And
yeah, they're too extreme.
Right. She, and he's like, you're not willing to do what needs to be done. That's the problem.
Right.
Hey, Papa Schmitty's asking if we talk Tales of the Jedi. Just tuning in, just so you guys know. No, we have a special show tomorrow, Thursday night at 8 p.m. We're doing live there to talk Tales of the Jedi.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to talk Tales of the Jedi like a lot. Like
Spoiler
a lot.
alert! It's great.
Yeah.
So
a lot.
We're wrapping this up. Is there anything else from Andor that we can think of?
No, let's talk Tales of the Jedi. No, just
put this on pause and wait till tomorrow. We'll do this. We want to get everybody a chance to get caught up because of all the because of Tales and Jedi was a dump. It's about hour 20 total.
Yeah, maybe
something like that. 15 to 18 minutes long each episode. And I'm like I said, I'm 4 episodes in, and I'm loving it. Especially.
Oh, did you watch one again?
Yeah. Just to refresh, just to refresh. Actually, I watched it, but I fast forwarded a lot of it. So yeah,
I loved it.
One's not exciting to me.
We can't talk about this. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
But I
I
skimmed it just to kind of get in that mood of watching it. But
since we had already seen it, I was like, F it.
Yeah, but I do like how the sequence kind of goes. But anyway, tomorrow at this time, 8:00, we're doing a live stream again for about an hour. We'll talk all Tales from Jedi, break it down, so it gives everybody a chance to watch it, get caught up, and then join us again. But yeah, guys, I think I'm glad that we still have a whole month of this ready to go for Andor, and I can't wait for the season 1 where it's going, and then season 2 is going to have those time jumps and get right into Rebels, Rogue One. So let's see here. Bondage Brittany, welcome. You've been in there. Let's see. Reasons Luthen might be a Jedi.
Oh, I like this.
This is interesting. Uses extensible metal sword thing.
Which could even fight sabers if it was Beskar.
If it right. Talks about being a coward and hiding too long like a Jedi would feel then. Interesting. Like, so there's more. Double
more
talk
points.
there. Like, yeah.
There's more points.
Okay. And 3, he has a kyber crystal. Fake holocrons. Well, so did Jin, and so did Jin's father, but that was a purpose, right? But she wasn't a Jedi, but she had one.
Could also know the Church of the Force.
Explains how Mon Mothma would know and trust him.
The Wills?
No, what's the guy? Oh my God, guy in the beginning of Force Awakens. Santeca. Lars.
Santeca. Yeah.
So if he's friends with Lord Santeca, would explain why he gets a lot of that stuff, and maybe he's a part of the. I instead of Jedi, I would see Church of the Force and know.
Yeah. Santeca would be a
be
great addition to
because that would be a cool bit of this antique shop. How they talk to each other, part of the rebellion. That would get some Force users in there without being Jedi, or Force believers without being Jedi, and not kind of screwing with that. I think that'd be a cool idea.
Yeah, because Santeca, to bring everybody up to speed, he is the Indiana Jones of Star Wars, but with the the guy going out and getting artifacts and whatnot. So, and it makes perfect sense that he would be the dealer, Luthen would be the dealer, so Tekka would be,
the seller.
Yeah, it belongs in a museum. So let's do it, man. I think the creators at Bead know exactly and how to do it and how to structure it and be like, this makes sense to put it in, and it could be something cool that he comes up in Mando or something, right? So,
there should be.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, cool.
Richard dresses like a Jedi sometimes.
Don't they all? Sometimes.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Or if you're young Qui-Gon, you dress like a homeless Jedi.
He dressed like Farm Boy Luke. Spoiler alert.
He sure did. Tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow. Relax.
I can't help it.
I know. Hey, you just sound just like him. Yeah, guys. So join us tomorrow for that. And then, of course, join the 24-hour stream that the Red 5 is putting on. The link is in the description below, and that will be set up. What is it? 9:00 our time. That's when it starts. So midnight Eastern time. So with that, I think we are done for today. Until tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, joining us in the pit. Thank you, all our Patreons. If anybody has anything last to say, I will kick it over to Ernie to kick us out of here and to go back, and I'll finish watching Tales of the Jedi. No?
I need to watch it. I haven't seen it yet. So
are you going to join us tomorrow, Ernie?
I can't wait to watch it.
I know Toy Migos runs congruence, right? So it's going to be hard to juggle that.
Right. Yeah, I can't be here.
But we're cooler, so
I'm over there.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
Prior commitments. We're on our road.
This
to
was
300.
This was a last minute thing, so we'll do that. So, but she's still doing the points. Still has lights. We haven't seen that shot yet. Lightsabers on the side of his ship.
I think he has a lightsaber in the shop today. I had to take a quicker look, and I didn't. He might. It
makes sense if he would.
Really?
Yeah. But Masamita did burn them all, but that would be an illegal object, just like the Jedi Templar guard helmet probably would have been a legal object too. But in the back,
I don't know about that. I don't know about the Temple Guard helmet being illegal because I know Thrawn had one as well. But a lightsaber, an actual weapon of the Jedi. Yeah.
But
that
Thrawn
would be
Is the
had it
helmet
for-
belong to the Grand Inquisitor? So that's why it's okay
Yeah.
to have it.
But it's also he's reselling it, so I don't know if that would be okay to resell that. But versus Thrawn having it in his collection.
Was that
It
on
all
the
seems
sales
like
floor or
stolen
in the
property.
back?
I think it was on the sales floor.
It was in the front. It was in the front.
It was in the front.
It was
Okay,
next
I
to
can't remember.
the father, son, and daughter
That's it.
tablets.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, cool guys. Ernie, kick us out of here, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks for everybody joining us tonight. Be sure and hit that thumbs up if you haven't already, and hit that subscribe button, and then hit the bell for notifications and hit all. Tomorrow is a special episode, so go catch the Tales of the Jedi now so you can come back and talk all about it tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Don't forget to follow all of our social media from Facebook, the Sarlacc Digest Central, where it's 24/7 Star Wars talk, Twitter, TikTok with toy reviews, here on YouTube. If you need more Star Wars content, go catch up on all of our videos. And then again, we will see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Follow all of us on our own social medias. Don't forget to visit Tashi Station Emporium, tonight's sponsor, and use the code Sarlacc Digest to receive 10% off and a free hug inside every package.
That is true.
That
is
is
very true.
It is.
YouTube channel is
Everyone.
coming up, and that's the first 10 videos of me hugging the packages that go out.
Hugs the package, lays it down.
Oh, when
Like
it gets
that.
to Christmas, then he starts doing different stuff to the packages.
I'm not gonna say what.
Dick in a box.
You can
But
send
hey-
that now? All right.
But Scott's got a little something in his hand there.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
It was so
Is
bad
it-
as I was saying.
Is it in a
but
box?
It will be soon. It was, all right. All right, if you
Jesus
haven't so,
Christ.
and if you liked, even if you haven't liked our show today, but go ahead and give us a stomp like on that like button. Please wampa stomp that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Tell a friend if you haven't. Tell a friend. Spread the word of the greatest Star Wars podcast ever to grace your ears,
Or ours.
eyes, or yeah,
Or ours.
or ours.
Oh, God.
Oh,
And if you're so inclined, Mr. Marco had some of his product from Tashi Station Emporium featured on the Whoosh this week. And holy crap. How cool was
I
that?
owe him a huge thank you, and everybody to go check out his channel, subscribe also, and watch all his videos because he does amazing custom reviews and toy reviews in line with Scott's toy reviews. They're the same. They're like really cool and energetic. I love it. So
Good save. Good save.
there you go. Right.
That was like, oh,
Marcos-
that girl is pretty, but not as pretty as you, sweetheart. I
Yeah.
am so sorry. I am
Marco's
so
really
sorry.
crazy tonight.
She's
Yeah.
a dog. She's a dog. She's pretty for a mutt. That's what she
Yeah.
is. I am so sorry. Did I say pretty? I meant pretty nasty. Ew.
The Foosh is the new shiny right now. Okay, I've
You're
been
still
looking
my
at Scott for
favorite,
5 years
baby.
now.
He's that meme, Scott and Foosh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's fantastic.
Oh man, Bod is great. You're making some great points that we're gonna have to kind of like remember all of this stuff and kick it off for next week's when we drop episode 9 of Andor. So, all right, guys. Well, go look at Tales of the Jedi and tell us what you think. So
Join us tomorrow for that.
Yeah, we'll have to blast that all over the place because this is an impromptu live stream, so it should be fun.
Yeah.
Always is. With that, Scott.
Keep it nerdy, everybody.